Hello, everybody. This is Marjorie, and welcome to the Elusive Dick.
And this is Barbara. Welcome back to our next episode.
This is going to be interesting.
This is. Well, should we tell our listeners? Because, you know, we have so many fans of Lucille. Well, at least from my camp, and I'm sure from yours, since she's your friend. That when you told me she was going to come back on as a guest, what did I say to you? I said, that made my day. Well, but she couldn't be here. So we look forward to when she can join us.
Hopefully we'll get her in again.
So in the meantime, we came up with a topic to talk about from an Instagram handle called Sincerely Divorced. I've never seen this before, but, you know, they have my number, all this relationship talk. So they have 324,000 followers. So I guess a lot of people are, you know, looking at what they're saying. And I forwarded it to you and I said, oh, should we talk about this? Because it spoke to me. And it says, what is intermittent companionship? Had you ever heard this term?
Never.
Okay, me neither.
But I can tell you when I looked at some profiles that I could see the correlation. They just didn't use those words.
Wait, what do you mean? You saw the correlation?
Like, there's a gentleman actually that I responded to just the other day who's a lawyer from Long Island. And it's like he basically wants companionship.
Yes.
But he wants the person also to be independent.
Yes.
And have their own separate life. So
Okay.
that it's clearly not about marriage. It's more companionship.
Uh-huh.
Without being 7 days companionship.
Yes. Yes. Did he say this? He wrote this in his profile, or
wrote
when
it
you
in
were
the-
texting?
No, he
with
wrote
him?
in his profile.
Oh, okay.
I just responded back.
Yeah, I like this.
So I thought it was interesting.
So as I kind of was going through it, I was like, well, what does that mean exactly? And it's like, to his point of what he wrote, it's, you know, you're still in a relationship, but you still are preserving your own independence and freedom and kind of the life you built for yourself. And, you know, obviously, since this is Sincerely Divorced, this is speaking to people that have been married, are divorced, and, you know, at some point looking for their next relationship. And what they were saying was, you know, you're so programmed into, oh, I'm looking for a relationship. Oh, I'm looking for the one, you know, because initially when you're younger and,
Right.
you know, if you want a family, then you are looking for that one to be married, have kids, and so on and so forth. But this is kind of, you know, when you're in a different phase, and even though we're not divorced, but widowed, I mean, similar, we're no longer married and we're at a different phase of life, that it's a different kind of relationship that we could be looking for. And it's also not a situationship, which I think they were saying the difference was situationship is really just almost like friends with benefits. It's like, oh, if it's convenient, you know, get together. But this is more something, not even long term, but more like you can count on, like it's an actual relationship, but both parties are not looking to necessarily move in together, be under the same roof 24/7.
100% merging.
Be all, yes, everything merged together. I don't know. What do you think?
Listen, I think it's interesting for some people who are, if you're financially secure, then it's not an issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for someone who's not financially secure, that's going to be a problem.
Absolutely.
Two, I think it's, you know, I think for especially men, it takes a little bit of the pressure off if you say that you're not interested in getting married.
Yes.
Like it's interesting that, like, in my situation, I was married, then I was a widow, then I was with somebody for 10 years and I didn't get married. So for people, sometimes they ask me, like, why didn't you do that? And I was like, it just wasn't important to me.
Right.
You know, I didn't think that we'd make it the long haul anyway. So I wasn't interested in getting a divorce.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Which,
but I think you can have intentions like this, but it might be different. But I think this is the kind of like, for some people, I think, who've gone through terrible divorces, I think this is kind of like their gate that they put up.
So,
So,
yeah.
so which I can understand.
I can too. And
I just wonder, like, will the lines get blurred?
well, right. Like if you're in this intermittent companionship relationship, I mean, I guess you make your own rules, but is it exclusive? Like you're not dating anyone else. You're just dating each other, but you're also just kind of living your own life. Like one of the examples of the person that I was reading about in their situation, they said like sometimes they'll go to each other's family, parties or obligations, and then sometimes they won't.
Right.
I was like, that kind of sounds nice. And that their grown children supported this and all that.
Yeah, no, I think, listen, it's definitely interesting because I think it requires you to communicate that up front.
Yeah.
But I can tell when you look through, like, Hinge, like I said, this one gentleman wrote, like, clearly that's the goal. I think others are not really as direct about that.
Yeah, they might not even know.
Right.
Well, like, because you and I talking about this right now, I mean, as I've said to you several times, I'm beginning to think I'm not even clear exactly what I want. But I've always kind of been saying I don't want to get married again. Like, I don't see the point. I think it muddies the waters financially, and, I have a child, and, like, why mess all that up and complicate things? And maybe that's why you also didn't get married to your last long-term guy. Keep it a little easier.
Yes, much easier.
Yeah. But that now I'm thinking too, but I mean, as you get older, I mean, I have an aunt who's in her early 80s, right? Her husband passed a few, 5-6 years ago or something. She lives, she was married to him for 56, like her whole life, basically. And she's living on her own, navigating that. She's very outgoing. And she met like a guy in her neighborhood. I mean, she's 83. I think he's like 91 or something. But they have their own places.
Right.
They go over each other's house for dinner. I don't think they see each other every day. And I see her grandbaby or great-grandbaby, whatever, just got christened, and I saw the family photo. He's not in it, so he's not going to all these family things together. But when I had talked to her, she was like, yeah, I'm thrilled. I'm so happy. Like, it's companionship and somebody to have dinner with, and I think they go to church together.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Not that we're 80, but, we're not 30 either. And we've done the whole that whole thing. So, I mean, like, I get this. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I just think it's, again, like you have to have that kind of communication.
Yeah. Yeah, it might not be for everybody.
Well, I think it's like evolving over time with the dating, like with us.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, like, for example, the one I told you about, the retired legal guy that I went on the date with. Prior to me, his wife is dead 8 years. 4 years ago, he started dating. He just came out of a relationship.
Oh, wow.
And they were kind of serious sort of situation. My vibe that I got from him was that he was interested in still having a relationship, but I don't think he was looking at merging.
And maybe she wanted, like, the merging.
So
it didn't work.
So it didn't work. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think it's worth the conversation, because at the end of the day, it seems to be on the topic of, you don't see it on the female profiles.
Mm-hmm.
It's only on the men profiles that you see.
Yeah.
Where they kind of, talk about independence.
Right. What do you have on your profile?
Not that. I don't really talk about
I know.
it.
I don't. It's not explicit on mine. You check the box. What is it? What you're looking for? I think I have both long-term relationship and seeing where things go.
Right.
Which is like you're just open. Like, let's see what happens.
Yeah, I just think that we don't normally have that conversation.
Yeah, no.
It's like, it doesn't really come up. So it's interesting that in the profile that they put it there.
Yeah.
So
maybe they're trying to weed out, like, right from the get-go, people that are like, yeah, I definitely want to get married or whatever, live together. Yeah.
But if you look at the rules, it's kind of pacing yourself. the 3 month, the 3 weeks, 6 weeks, 3 months.
What is that? Talk about that.
Well, they talk about like how you should have like the 3 weeks of 3 dates to see if there's chemistry.
Okay.
And then to not rush it and then go into the next phase of seeing each other a little bit more for 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And then see what it's like in 3 months to see before you make a decision.
Like when the honeymoon phase is over after 3
Theoretically,
months. Yeah. Theoretically. All right, so 3 dates you have to give somebody?
3 dates to see if, I mean, and I think that that's fair because chemistry is weird. You know, because it's like the first date you're meeting somebody kind of just cold turkey.
Yeah, I know. You're like
yeah,
feeling things out.
Yeah, it's
and I was always a believer in like, you know, but maybe that's my old, young, naive self that I'm still hanging on to that.
Well, I think, listen, you get the feeling. I have to say I haven't gotten that tingly feeling.
No tingly feeling?
No, not in my adult portion.
What do you mean?
My early years,
yes.
I think I was a little more woo-woo.
Yes, what about with the ex that you were with for 10 years? You didn't have that with him?
You know, when you look back or whatever, I mean, he proposed after the first week, so it was a little different. Let's not.
Well, maybe you didn't have the tinglies if you didn't accept.
It was the first hint.
Yeah, there you go. Foreshadowing.
Yeah. But it's like now I kind of feel like when we're dating, it's like, it's less about the physical in a way. It's like trying to find a connection.
Yes.
So it's hard to.
Yeah, no, it's very different.
Right. It's like.
Right, because you have, we had more, experience dating and, you for sure, not me. But when you're younger, I don't know, maybe your just emotions are more heightened. And now we've been around the block so many times. It's just like been there, seen that, like nothing. Is that exciting?
Also,
I don't know.
And also, too, like how many times it's like we've been deceived. You know what I mean? Like people present themselves as X, but they're really not.
Right. It's like you have these, these walls up, not wanting to be hurt or taken advantage of or whatever.
Yeah. But also, like, I need them a little smarter. It's like I just find them to be not smart enough, and it's so boring.
I know. The boring thing is
is terrible.
Or they could be too smart, like the guy from the Uninhabited Islands, Mr. Double Masters and working at the UN and travels the world. Like, interesting, and smart, obviously. But, oh, my God.
Yeah.
But the other thing was he couldn't eat garlic. I was like, nope, can't do it. And he only had one cocktail at dinner. Nope, can't do it. I'm the worst. So judgy.
No, but
I know myself.
But it's funny because I don't drink, and it bothers people. It's like people, even on the date, they was like, "Do you mind if I have a beer?" I'm like, "I don't care."
Right. Yeah, as long as
I don't care. It doesn't faze me.
I wouldn't have cared that he only had one cocktail if he was more fun and not like kind of boring. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
that's why I think
fun.
the 3-day thing is probably not a bad idea because you kind of have to get the the nerves out of the way.
All right.
The initial meet out of the way.
Maybe I should text UN when he's back in Brooklyn. maybe he'll loosen up if he has 2 cocktails.
So I think I could see that.
Yeah, no, I could see that.
But I also think because they wrote it in the profile that you could then say, like, have you practiced what you're preaching?
This is interesting.
So I'll let you know if he responds. He liked me on the Hinge. Okay. I wrote back to him.
Let's see what he says.
Let's see what the guy says.
So on your recent first date, you had 2 dates with the same guy, right, over the last few weeks. Did anything like this come up in your conversations about what you're looking for relationship-wise?
No.
Yeah, I know. I feel like in the first few dates, it's not something that I jump to.
Well, I think in his situation, he was trying to say that, he was new to dating again.
Okay.
So he was like trying to not have expectations.
He's testing the waters.
Yeah, so.
Oh, he's just back to dating after...
After this last breakup.
Oh, the breakup. Okay.
So.
All right. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. All right, let's see what else they said
No,
on
but
this. I gotta
I
see.
I at least think it's worth the conversation, because at the end of the day, you know, if you take off the marriage off the table,
Mm-hmm.
would they behave better? Because in the back of their mind, is that what they're really thinking the whole time? Is like, is she looking for a meal ticket or something?
Right. Yeah. No, I get that. All right, do you want me to read what they have exactly as the
Sure.
definition of this intermittent companionship? Okay, it says, it acknowledges that a person has needs that only a romantic relationship can fulfill, while determining that those needs, or the person fulfilling them, won't consume their life, limit their independence, or have to be a part of their long-term future to be enjoyable, healthy, and worthwhile. It's an original term that they coined to describe a way to approach dating after detoxing from the societal idea that falling madly in love and getting married should be the ultimate prize for a fulfilling life. So it's kind of like changing the paradigm.
Right.
Like that doesn't have to be the be-all, end-all goal, which is exactly what I've been saying ever since Chris died, basically, that I do not want to get married again. Ani has a question. Question in the house.
Is the difference between companionship and a relationship intention? Or like, how are they distinguishing, like, what's casual relationships versus companionship?
Okay, here, there's a checklist of what this is not, of what intermittent companionship is not. A situationship. So a situationship means, like, there's not really much intention. It's not a booty call. It's not a side piece. It's not friends with benefits. It's not ethical non-monogamy. And it's not no strings attached. It can be, it says, an intimate relationship between mature people with mutual interests who value honesty, communication, and their independence, where there's genuine friendship and physical attraction without assuming the pressure or expectation of building a life together. A way to express and experience romantic appreciation. I mean, this sounds like perfect to me. It goes on. Enjoy someone's company in ways that make you both happy, not having to talk to or see each other every day. Something that lasts a season in between periods of being completely single. So it's not necessarily that you're looking or putting the pressure on that this has to be forever and ever till death do us part. I mean, it could be. And it can look like something that does last for years with one person, but doesn't require a title or habits of a marriage to be deemed significant or meaningful. See, that's what resonated with me. Like it's
Yeah, I can see that.
real actual relationship.
So here's the guy. His name is Bob.
Okay, what did Bob write in his profile?
Hold on.
Maybe he saw this on Instagram and lifted a paragraph.
Right?
300,000 followers.
I know. I mean, that's a lot of followers.
He's like, I am looking for a relationship with a woman who is looking to travel, be there for each other, and also has interests of her own that she will share with me and do independently. I like to find someone who enjoys going out and finding new places, blah, blah, blah. If you want to know more, call me.
Okay.
So that's kind of what he's saying.
Yeah. He didn't use the word companionship,
No.
though, did he?
No,
Wait, and he's how old? 62?
this one is 63, Port Washington.
Okay.
Cute.
Well, that's what I feel like as we're very cute. As we're kind of, going along this highway of life, into different phases as we get older, like back to my aunt. It kind of morphs into, like, why do we need to get married?
Well, I think your aunt's age, it's a given, right? Like if they...
Although
if
you hear
your
people
aunt-
that are like 85 and getting married.
I know, but like if your aunt was to say, like, I'm getting married next week, the whole family would probably go up in arms,
Probably.
You're
right. Yeah, but I don't. Maybe it's like I don't know, the whole evolution of relationships at different ages.
But the question is, would you change your profile to say that?
I like leaving mine wide open because honestly, I don't even really know what I want. To be frank. Are you going to change your profile?
No.
Okay, why?
Because in my mind, I kind of still think that there's the one.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, look at you, hopeless romantic.
I'm going to go.
Even though you haven't had butterflies since God knows when.
I'm a crash and burn kind of.
Wait, this is so cute. See, I think I used to be such a romantic, but I don't know. Maybe just based on these past long-term relationships, it's little sour grapes.
Yeah, but even with somebody who wants that sort of situation,
Yeah.
to me, it's like you never know what it's going to evolve itself into.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like unless you're desperate for support, financial support, where you have to buck it up.
Yeah.
That's what my godmother used to say in Florida. She was like, Marjorie, the only girls who have to get remarried are the ones who have no money.
Well, yeah, she's
So
not
if you have a
wrong.
nickel, you're fine.
A nickel. Well, in this town, you might need a quarter, but okay.
Right?
Point taken.
So I kind of feel like, you can take it off the table. If that relieves the pressure for the man mentally, go right ahead.
Yeah.
We'll see how that
But then it would have to be a real conversation about what's expected, because then it could also be assumed like, oh, we're just dating all sorts of people. And meanwhile, if you want to be just with this one person, so you'd have to have.
Yeah, but that's
clear.
okay. I can have that conversation.
Yeah, me too. I know. So I don't know what we accomplished here with this conversation.
No, I think it's because, like I said, when you see it on this guy's profile,
Mm-hmm.
I was taken aback a little bit, but I thought, that's fine with me. So I responded to the like.
Yeah.
But I mean, other girls would have just swiped off and said, forget about it.
Ones who want to get married.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like that many want to get married? Like, I don't really have that many single friends my age. I have younger single friends that are looking to get married, but...
Yes, I have quite a few.
And do they want to get married?
They would love to.
Really? But have they been married before?
Half yes, half no.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. I just kind of was assuming none of us want to get married. Well, that's what I hear from people, after, especially people who have been married and went through divorces, or like us, or, widowed. I don't want to go back to what's for dinner, doing the laundry, like taking care of somebody else. But some people want this.
Well, listen, isn't that what they say about guys too, that they want someone to take care of them at the end?
Yes.
So.
Right.
So we'll see, but.
That's why I would think more women our age would not want to be signing up for that.
I don't know. I'm not sure I agree with that.
Or maybe they just want a party and a diamond.
I have a couple.
Yeah. Goes to show you, everyone wants different things.
Yeah. But I think it's interesting to say it. I mean,
Yeah. All right. Well, I have a date coming up with someone my age. No, I don't think the first date I'm going to come out with this.
No.
I keep it very light.
Yeah. Don't tell them about the podcast.
Oh, gee, I know. Please. Girl, I have not to anyone else.
They can't
That
handle
is
it.
not happening. Could you imagine JJ the prude? I think he would die.
His mid-prudish moment.
Yes.
Documented on film.
Oh, my
You'd
God.
be looking around your apartment for like a camera.
I know. He'd be running so far in the opposite direction. It would almost be kind of funny. I'm not saying anything. No. All right. But I am keeping this in the back of my mind that, to kind of talk about this. Well, I don't know. I haven't been on many dates where I'm actually talking about like longer term stuff.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we can't even usually get 3 dates.
We can barely get to first dates.
I mean, I was shocked for the second date. I was like, wow,
I know, in a month's time, or less than a month. Was it like a week back to back, like 1 week and then another week?
It was like 3 weeks in total.
Okay. That's
he
good.
he was quick to reach out, but his kid was graduating, so there was
Yeah.
all that drama,
Yeah.
sort of stuff. And
Life
so-
happens.
Right.
Okay.
And the architect one is busy with a project. We'll free up next week. So
Okay.
We'll see how that goes.
Amazing.
So.
All right. Well, always interesting things out there, different terms for different types of relationships. That one struck a chord with me. If anyone has comments about that or is in a relationship like that,
Yeah, it'd be
I'd love to
interesting.
hear. You can come on and tell us all about it
Well.
because my interest is piqued.
I'll let you know if Bob.
Yes. Well, we'll have to make up another name for Bob, but you haven't even met him yet, so it might not even
It
matter.
might not even get to that point.
And I don't even think we have to change names because we're not telling anyone, any of them about this, except the one slip up I had, but that's okay. All right. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. You can find us at the Elusive Dick Podcast at gmail.com. Thanks for tuning in.